Have you ever wondered if snakes can get rabies? It's a question that randomly popped up in my head. So today, we're diving into this and breaking it down. To answer that, we need to understand the food chain a little bit first. But before we get into that, let's quickly talk about what rabies actually is. Rabies is a viral disease that affects the brain and the spinal cord of mammals, which is typically transmitted through the saliva of an infected animal via bites or scratches. Once the virus enters the body, it attacks the nervous system, leading to symptoms like aggression, confusion, paralysis, and eventually death if not treated. The virus mainly spreads among mammals because they have the type of nervous system that rabies can affect. Infected animals will often act erratically, and this is how often it can spread to other creatures. Now, rabies is mostly common found in animals like bats, raccoons, skunks, and foxes, and some other animals as well, which are capable of transmitting the virus to other animals and humans. In rare cases, a mammal with rabies could bite another animal, and that's how the rabies can potentially spread. Since rabies primarily affect mammals and rats are mammals, there is a possibility that they could contract rabies. While it's typically larger animals that are more commonly affected, it doesn't mean that rats are entirely immune to the virus. Although likelihood is low, there's still a chance. Now, let's say a rat does somehow get rabies. The symptoms in a rat, like other mammals, would include aggression, confusion, eventually paralysis. This could make the rat easy prey for a snake. But the rat would also be in a very compromised state long before it was caught. Let's assume the rat doesn't injure the snake during capture. Even if the snake were to consume a rabid rat, its harsh digestive system would destroy any viruses or pathogens in the prey. So this effectively rules out the possibility of the snake contracting rabies through indigestion. On the other hand, if the rat does manage to get a bite or two in, you might be thinking the snake would be infected with rabies. However, that's not the case. Rabies specifically affects mammals because it targets the nervous system in a very particular way. Snakes, being reptiles, don't have the right kind of nervous system for the virus to latch onto. So no matter how rare the scenario, a snake can't actually contract rabies. So while it's technically possible for a rabid animal to be eaten by a snake, there's no need to worry about snakes contracting rabies. If you spot an animal that might have rabies, the first thing to do is keep your distance. Rabid animals can act unpredictably and pose a danger. Do not touch or try to handle the animal. Rabies spread through saliva, so avoid any contact, including bites or scratches. If you have pets, bring them inside right away to prevent any potential interactions with the rabid animals. Next, contact your local animal control or health department. They are trained to safely handle situations with rabid animals. Let others in the area know about the potential rabid animal so they can also stay safe and avoid the situation. If you or a pet is bitten, scratched, or exposed to the saliva of a potentially rabid animal, seek medical attention immediately. Rabies can be deadly, but treatment is available if you act quickly. The logic's simple. These may not be the best educational videos, but the more I do them, the better the odds of them getting better over time. So I'm going to just end it there, just with that. Keep it simple.